This is GMNS, reporting live from Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Good morning, North School. This is GMNS News.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Sarah.
First we have Violet with Constellations.
And next up we have Maddie with Wolves.
Up third we have Charlie with Video Games.
Then we'll hear from Jackson with Sean White.
Then we'll end off on Sarah with the Kentucky Derby.
Now let's get ready to hear from Violet all about stars. Now to you, Violet.
Thank you, Sarah and Jackson. Have you ever wished upon a star? Have you ever wondered what you were wishing upon? Let's start with the basics. What are stars? Stars are balls of fire, plasma, helium, and hydrogen that form together so that material creates a star. They convert hydrogen to form a star. Here's some fun facts about stars. According to Scholastic Go, that stars don't twinkle, just like they do from Earth. There are about 200 to 400 billion stars in the Milky Way galaxy. Stars actually change colors when they are hot. We should be able to see this with a telescope. Famous constellations. Did you know that there are some forgotten constellations? They are the Giraffe, Columba, the Dove, Crux, the Cross, and Montecero, the Unicorn. There are 12 zodiac sign constellations. They are Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Aries, Libra, Scorpio, Virgo, Taurus, Pisces, Gemini, Leo, and Cancer. Do you know which zodiac constellation is your birthday sign? Finally, constellations were used as maps to help voyagers find their way at night. So the next time you wish upon a star, you will know what you were wishing on, and maybe try to find the forgotten constellations. Back to you, Sarah and Jackson.
Wow, I didn't know that people forgot about some constellations.
Now we will hear from Maddie with Wolves. Now to you, Maddie.
Thank you, Jackson and Sarah. Did you know that gray wolves can eat up to 30 pounds of meat a day? I hope you are ready to learn about gray wolves. You will be learning about where they live, sleep, hunt, and appearance, and what to do if you see a gray wolf. Gray wolves live in some parts of North America, like some parts of Alaska, northern Michigan, northern Wisconsin, western Montana, northern Idaho, northern Oregon, and the Yellowstone area of Wyoming. And they sleep in hollow logs, caves, and dens. If you see a wolf, first you stay calm, do not run away. They are much faster. Second thing to do is stand tall, make yourself look bigger. Third, slowly back away and maintain eye contact. This will help them not attack. Gray wolves can eat rabbits, squirrels, moose, and deer. Did you know that they walk for hours a day looking for food? An adult gray wolf can eat up to 20 to 30 pounds of meat a day. Did you know that they will eat fruit if available? They are known to eat farmers' sheep and cattle. A gray wolf gets its name from the color of its coat. They can run up to 30 miles a day, according to scholasticgo.com. They weigh 66 through 180 pounds as a full-grown gray wolf. They look like a large dog, and their smell is 100 times stronger than a human's. Well, I hope you learned a lot about where gray wolves live, sleep, hunt, appearance, and what to do if you see a gray wolf. You can use this information. Back to you, Jackson and Sarah.
Geez, I cannot believe wolves can weigh up to 180 pounds.
Next up, we have Charlie with Video Games.
Thanks, Sarah. Have you ever played a video game and wondered why it's fun or what to play? Well, today I'm going to tell you all the reasons why video games are fun and what to do, and possibly answer some of your questions. There are so many games and things to do while playing video games. One reason video games are fun is because there are many video games that exist in the world. Some games are Apex Legends, Rec Room, and Five Nights at Freddy's VR. Also, you can do stuff that you can't in real life. There are also some things I have not mentioned yet, like you can talk to your friends or random people from across the world. Also, with COVID going on, it's been pretty hard to go outside and socialize, so with video games you can make new friends. Most people play video games on their computer or consoles, but there are advanced ways to play video games. Virtual reality is a normal video game, but it makes the player feel like they are inside the game. According to scholastic.com, virtual reality is a combination of computer software and hardware. The Oculus Quest 2 is the most advanced virtual reality headset out there because of their crazy cool features. For example, the Quest has hand tracking, and you can even take off your controllers and it will see the movement of your hands and display it on screen. Video games can also help with your mental and physical health. Like when you play Minecraft, it boosts your creativity. Also, Call of Duty can help with your hand-eye coordination, and Flight Simulator can teach pilots how to fly. This is why video games can help your health or how they can be fun. I hope you enjoy playing video games. Back to you, Jackson and Sarah.
It is awesome that you can do stuff you can't do in real life in video games.
Now we have Sarah with the Kentucky Derby.
Thank you, Jackson. Did you know that the Kentucky Derby is the most watched horse race of the year? It is the oldest running major sporting event in the United States. On May 17, 1875, Meriwether Lewis Clark, the grandson of William Clark, started the very first Kentucky Derby after returning home from England. The Kentucky Derby takes place at Churchill Downs in Louisville, Kentucky. From 1946 to 2019, the race was held on the first Saturday in May. Then the pandemic changed everything. Before the pandemic, about 150,000 to 170,000 fans came to the race. The Kentucky Derby is called the Run for the Roses because the winner has a blanket of roses draped over his or her back after the race. There are 21 runners, and the race horses have to be 3 years old, male or female, so they only race once. Luckily, this year, the Kentucky Derby will be in person. One of the traditions is that the ladies wear fancy hats that match their outfit. The cost of the hats range from $250 to the $600 range. Some custom designs will be worth $1,000. The big hats worn at the Kentucky Derby is almost as important as the event itself. How do you like mine? People come to enjoy the special foods as well, like chicken tenders, fries, barbecue pulled pork sandwiches, deviled eggs, biscuits, cheese, and loaded Kentucky nachos. And don't forget the signature beverage of the Kentucky Derby, the mint julep. In my opinion, the Kentucky Derby is an entertaining race to watch even if you watch it from home. What do you think? Back to you, Jackson.
Geez, I cannot believe those hats cost so much.
Last but not least, we have Jackson with Shaun White.
Thank you, Sarah. Have you ever heard of one of the greatest snowboarders of all time? Well, today I'm going to tell you about the Flying Tomato, also known as Shaun White. Shaun White was born on September 3rd, 1986 in San Diego, California. Right now, Shaun White is 35 years old. White began his snowboarding career at 6, and according to ScholasticGo.com, he turned pro at 13. When Shaun was 7, he was sponsored by Burton, the snowboarding brand. White's nickname is the Flying Tomato because of his red hair and of his ability to get super high on the halfpipe. Also, White has starred in 2 video games. Now I will tell you about the events he has competed in. In 2012, White competed in the Winter X Games. He scored a perfect 100 in men's superpipe. White has competed in 5 Olympics, and sadly, the 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing, China was his last, and he walked away with no medals. One time before the Olympics, White hurt himself, but somehow he still got the gold medal. One thing that is crazy is that Shaun White was the first athlete to medal in the Summer and Winter X Games. The last thing I will tell you about is his medals. In the X Games, Shaun has 2 gold, 2 silver, and 1 bronze medal. In the 5 Olympics White has been in, he has won 3 gold medals. Now that I have taught you about Shaun White and his snowboarding career, hopefully you will try out snowboarding sometime. Back to you, Sarah.
Wow, I didn't know that Shaun White turned pro at 13.
See
you next time on GMNS News.
This is GMAP reporting live from Londonderry, New Hampshire.
This is GMAP. Good morning, amazing people.
Reporting from Londonderry, New Hampshire.
I'm Chloe.
And I'm Allie.
First, we have Ian with the James Webb Telescope.
Second, we have Caden with Cooper Kupp.
Third, we have Alyssa with Wildfires. Fourth, we have Allie with Maine Coon cats.
Fifth, we have Chloe with Kimchi. Now we have Ian with James Webb Telescope.
Thanks, Alan and Chloe. Have you ever wondered if there are any other planets that can support life or already have life on them? Well, with the James Webb Telescope, we will soon find that out. Did you know that the James Webb Telescope will be a lot more powerful and will see more galaxies than the 30-year-old Hubble telescope? It will also be able to detect faint amounts of infrared light that will help it find more galaxies and possibly other life. The James Webb Telescope is a telescope that is designed to observe the universe even better than the 30-year-old Hubble telescope. Scientists hope that if we need to leave Earth in the future in order to survive, the James Webb Telescope will be able to find another planet that can support life. One of the things that will help it do so is a tennis court-sized sun shield to protect it from the sun. The James Webb Telescope launched in December 2021 in French Guiana, South America. It will be carried by an Ariane 5 rocket. It will be released from the rocket at an altitude of approximately 870 miles above Earth. Its final orbital position will be at about 930,000 miles above Earth. NASA created the James Webb Telescope to study the early universe. According to scholasticgo.com, this telescope used technology never used before, like a large mirror, a huge sun shield, and a powerful infrared optical system capable of viewing objects too small and too old for the Hubble to see. For example, it can see objects in space up to 100 times further away. I hope this passage helped you understand what the James Webb Telescope is and made you wonder more about the wonders of the universe. For more information or to track the Webb Telescope, go to nasa.com. Back to you, Allie and Chloe.
Wow, I didn't know the James Webb Telescope was better than the Hubble Telescope.
Next, we have Caden with Cooper Kupp.
Thanks, Allie and Chloe. Standing at 6'2", weighing 204 pounds on the LA Rams, Cooper Kupp. I doubt you knew that Cooper Kupp was the best wide receiver in the NFL this year. Today, I'll be telling you about Cooper Kupp's strengths, the draft, and his stats. Before I talk about his strengths, I need to tell you a little bit about him. His birthday is June 15th, 1993. He is 28 years old and born in Yakima, Washington. He won MVP in the 2021 Super Bowl. Kupp can play any level of football. His hands are strong. He is very competitive and confident. He is an aggressive offensive player who is very good at tracking the ball. He went to Eastern Washington University. There he was a two-star wide receiver. He was not very good. At the combine, he ran a 4.62 in the 40-yard dash. His vertical jump was at 31. His broad jump was at 116. That's pretty good. On the 3-and-code drill, he got a 6.75. And on the 20-yard shuttle, he got a 4.08. His total grade was a 6.20. According to NFL.com, he was drafted in the 3rd round, pick 4. This past year on the Rams, he had 145 receptions, ran for a total of 1,947 yards. He also had 16 touchdowns. He had a phenomenal year. He also broke many receptions and records involving receptions, receiving yards, and receiving touchdowns. That was all about Cooper Kupp. Tune in to the NFL fall season to watch Cooper Kupp shatter more records. For more information on Kupp, go to NFL.com. Back to you, Allie and Chloe.
How exciting. I didn't know that he won the MVP of the Super Bowl in 2021.
Alyssa will be next with a story about wildfires.
Thank you, Allie and Chloe. Did you know that people start more wildfires than lightning? Today I will be telling you about wildfires. I will be teaching you about how they form, why they're so dangerous, and how people start wildfires. Here are 3 things that can start a fire: fuel, oxygen, and heat source. Dry weather and strong winds can cause wildfires. Wildfires can also be caused by lightning. Did you know that wildfires can last for months? It can burn down thousands of acres across the land. When plants and trees burn, they release carbon, and carbon heats up the earth. When carbon goes into the air, it causes global warming. According to Newscast.com, wildfire smoke can kill 339,000 people each year. Sometimes wildfires burn on purpose to actually help forests. It can clear away diseases and help plants grow. Did you know that people start 4 to 5 wildfires? Scientists found that people accidentally start 40,000 wildfires a year across the country. Now you know all about wildfires. I hope you learned why they form, how they're so dangerous, and how people start them. Back to you, Allie and Chloe.
How tragic. People are the main cause for all that damage.
Let's prowl on over to Allie with the Maine Coon cats.
Thank you, Chloe. Did you know the Maine Coon cat was born in North America?
Today you are going to learn about the Maine Coon cat's origin, what it looks like, and why it's a good pet. The Maine Coon cat started in 1878 and bred from domestic short hair. The reason the Maine Coon cat is called the Maine Coon cat is because it's named after the state Maine. In the past, they were called the gentle giants. Maine Coon cats are broad-chested with a long rectangular body. The male Maine Coon cat is heavy with 12 to 15 pounds. The female is 9 to 12 pounds. The Maine Coon cat is not fully grown until 3 to 4 years. That's a long time. The Maine Coon cat comes in colors of tabby, partly white, or solid colors. If you want to get a Maine Coon cat, you will get one of the most popular cats. The Maine Coon cat likes to help its owner, especially if they are doing a word search, reading or doing a word search. If you have children or dogs and you want a cat, you should get the Maine Coon cat. Another good thing is the fact that they are gentle and local. The Maine Coon cats are also good hunters, so it is also a good pet because it can catch rats or mice. Now you know the Maine Coon cat's origin, what it looks like, and why it's a good pet. Back to you, Chloe.
Wow, I didn't know that coon cats don't grow fully until 3 to 4 years.
Lastly, we have Chloe with Kimchi.
Thank you, Allie. Have you ever heard of kimchi? Kimchi is a traditional Korean dish that was created over 3,000 years ago. The term kimchi refers to fermented vegetables and includes salt and seasoning. Today I'm going to tell you about where it came from, the ingredients you need to make it, and where to find it. According to the research, it is very nutritious and adds good bacteria to our system. It is said South Koreans consume 40 pounds of kimchi each year. Can you imagine that? The basic ingredients for kimchi are napa cabbage, radish, carrot, salt, garlic, fish sauce, chili powder, and scallions. But other vegetables and or spices can be used depending on what season it is made. It may be fermented for days or months. In preparation for the winter, many types of kimchi were made. In the summer, and stored in the ground in large kimchi pots. Today, people have refrigerators. If you want to try kimchi, it can be found at Market Basket. So if you like vegetables and spicy food, then kimchi is the perfect food for you. In this report, you learned about kimchi. I hope you will try it. Back to you, Allie.
How cool. I didn't know in South Korea people eat 40 pounds of kimchi each year.
That's it for GMAP. Come back for more news. Bye.
This is GMBOA, reporting live from Londonderry, New Hampshire.
This is GMBOA, and we're here to bear some facts. My name is Everett.
And my name's Joey. First, we have Maddie with the history of Roblox.
Second, we have Makadis with earthquakes.
Third, we have Everett with ants.
Fourth, we have Joey with Tom Brady.
Lastly, we have Janaya with South Korea.
First up, we have Maddie with Roblox.
Thank you, Everett and Joey. Have you ever heard of Roblox? If you have then, twinsies, get ready to learn about how you could earn money in Roblox, how it helps you make friends, and how it changes your mood. Did you know that you could earn money from playing Roblox? It can help you learn about how to save up money, use money, and also learn about good prices. Also, there is special money on Roblox called Robux. With Robux, you can buy things such as clothes, outfits, hair, and facial expressions for your character. You can also get paid in Robux by helping or building a house, or also taking care of pets. You could also buy Robux. It's not expensive. Example, for 80 Robux, it's only 99 cents. Also, there's an app called Roblox Studio where you can make games and they download to Roblox. Did you know that Roblox can improve your mood? Get ready to learn about how Roblox can improve your mood.
According to psychologist Rachel Cohort, playing Roblox can change your mood from bad to good. You can also play common games like Bloxburg/Brookhaven. Playing with your friends can also help reduce stress. Another benefit of playing Roblox is you can make friends. You can also join games with friends or message them on Roblox. Your friends can also become friends with each other. I hope you will install Roblox. See you next time. Back to you, Everett and Joey.
Wow, I didn't know that Roblox was such a big game.
Me neither.
Now we have Makadas with earthquakes.
Thank you, Joe and Everett. Have you ever wondered how earthquakes start or what happens after an earthquake? Well, you've come to the right place. Get ready to learn about earthquakes and interesting facts about earthquakes. Earthquakes can start many ways, but 3 ways they can start are tectonic, volcanic, and artificially produced. Earthquakes can be tectonically produced by tectonic plates rubbing and creating friction, which then breaks the Earth's crust. Earthquakes can be very destructive and can cause great loss of life. Earthquakes can destroy many things like dams, bridges, buildings, and even homes. They can also trigger devastating landslides. Earthquakes make various sounds, from loud snaps to rips of the earth. According to Scholastic.com, earthquakes sound like cars rapidly drifting on freshly cured concrete. Earthquakes can also sound like distant claps of thunder rapidly happening over and over again. Did you know that the largest earthquake in the U.S. was a 9.2 earthquake? Earthquakes can range from 0.1 to 10 on the intensity scale. The highest earthquake on the scale is a 9.5. It was in South America's southern Chile in 1960. Earthquakes can also cause huge waves in the ocean called tsunamis, which are very dangerous to humankind and any living thing in general. If you're ever in an earthquake, what do? Drop, cover, and hold on. Stay indoors until the shaking stops. You should always stay away from windows because the windows might break and hurt you. If you're in bed, hold and stay there, protecting your head with a pillow. If you're outdoors, find a clear spot away from buildings, trees, and power lines. Now you're an expert on earthquakes, and next time you come across an earthquake, this information might help. Back to you, Joe and Everett.
I never knew earthquakes are so dangerous. Now we have Everett with ants.
Thank you, Joey. Have you ever thought that ants are disgusting? Well, I'm here to prove you wrong and show you why ants are the best, and we can talk about species, their life cycle, and what they eat. The first species of today are weaver ants, Ecophilia. Got their name because how they use larvae silk to weave the nest with leaves. They're polymorphic, which means they come in different sizes. According to YouTuber Ants Canada, they are also polygyn, which means they have multiple queens. Weaver ants live in Asia and Australia. There are more red in Asia and more green in Australia. Leafcutter ants, Atta. Got their name because they cut leaves, shred them, and feed it to a fungus which they eat. They are also polymorphic and found in parts of Asia and a bunch of other places. Carbon ants, Campanadas, are known for living in wood and eating it, but they don't eat it. Different types of carpenter ants live all over the world. Fire ants, Solenopsis, are invasive, which means they live everywhere due to human activity. They got their name because how their stings burn like fire. Their colonies are huge and they only have one queen. The last species of today are big-headed ants, Faindoid. They got their name because of their big head. They're really polymorphic with minor, normal, and then majors or supermajors. Majors are a little bigger than normal. Supermajors are almost bigger than their queen. There are a lot of species. That's it for now. A life cycle of an ant starts by a queen. The queen lays an egg. The egg grows. Then it hatches into a larva. The larva will be able to start eating and grow. If it is a species that spins cocoons, it will spin a cocoon. It will grow legs, antennae, etc. If it is in a cocoon, it will hatch to become a young adult. When the ants are old enough, they will do their jobs, and while the queen finds their own colonies to lay eggs when the old workers die. They will use wing muscle to feed the larvae, and they will grow up to nanite ticks. The nanite ticks are the first workers that are fed wing muscle. Then the process repeats. Ants eat everything edible to humans and other stuff edible to them. They need a source of sugar/carbs, protein, and water. Ants have 2 stomachs, one for themselves and one for something else. Ants need to be fed once a week. They might collect food to store it when needed. Ants have aquapoids and repletes. Aquapoids store water in their second stomachs, repeat store food in their second stomachs. In conclusion, those are all the cool facts about awesome possum ants. I hope you enjoyed them. For more information, you can visit Ants Canada on YouTube. Back to you, Joey.
I never knew there were so many kinds of ants.
Now we have Joey with Tom Brady on the Buccaneers.
Thank you, Everett. Did you know Tom Brady actually has a big history? You probably may know about the quarterback Tom Brady, or you may call him the GOAT. Tom Brady has been called the GOAT / greatest of all time in football because of his amazing arm and how good he is. He was born in San Mateo, California on August 3rd, 1977. Wait. It just stopped. Fully. 1977. From 2000 to 2020, he played for the New England Patriots, but in 2020, he signed a contract with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. After an 11-5 record for the regular season, Tom Brady won one Super Bowl with the Buccaneers and was the 2021 MVP for his 5th time. According to Newsla, the game ended 31-9 over the Kansas City Chiefs. Overall, Brady had 4,633 passing yards with 40 passing touchdowns in that season. The 2021 season was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers' 46th season in the NFL, and their 3rd with the under head coach Bruce Arians. Tom Brady led both the Patriots and the Buccaneers to a combined 19 playoff appearances and then Super Bowl appearances, winning 7 of them. 2 months after announcing his retirement, Brady said, "I realized my place is on the field, not in the stands." Tom Brady will be coming back to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers for the 2022 season. Now you know a lot about Tom Brady. I hope you watch Tom Brady play again in this season. Back to you, Everett.
Wow, Tom Brady really has a big history.
Finally, we have Janaya with South Korea.
Thank you, Everett and Joey. Have you visited South Korea? Today I'm going to be teaching you about South Korea. You will learn about a popular band from South Korea called BTS, popular foods, and I'll share fun facts about this place. South Korea is a place where Koreans live. South Korea has a lot of famous K-pop singers like BTS. BTS is a popular boy K-pop singing band. There are 7 members of this all-boy band. BTS became the first South Korea act to top in the USA. Also, BTS made 2 completely English songs named Butter and Dynamite. Here are some fun facts about South Korea. According to scholasticgo.com, South Korea's 4 major cities are Seoul, Busan, Incheon, and Daegu. South Koreans that live in the city are called urban dwellers. South Korea's school make the students wear uniforms every day. The girls have to wear skirts with white shirts with a bow, while the boys have to wear shorts with white shirt and tie. South Korea has lots of foods that we have, like rice, soybeans, corn, potatoes, sweet potatoes, cabbages, tomatoes, cucumbers, all fruits, honey, and way more. South Korea also makes lots of their own dishes like kimchi and more. Now you know more about South Korea. Thanks, Everett and Joey. Back to you.
South Korea is so cool. This is GMBOA and we're out.
This is GMNH reporting live from Londonderry, New Hampshire.
This is GNMH, where we share the latest and the greatest news.
Hi, I'm Jack.
And I'm Oliver.
First, we've got Ariana with King Tut.
Second, we have Austin shooting into basketball.
Next, we've got Mackenzie with Wildfires.
Then we got Jack with Tom Brady.
And lastly, we've got Oliver jumping into the Winter X Games.
Now we have Ariana with King Tut.
Thanks, Jack and Oliver. Did you know King Tut was buried in the world's most expensive coffin? I am going to teach you about King Tut. You will learn about who he was, the curse of King Tut, and his tomb. King Tut ruled Egypt over 3,300 years ago. He became king at age 8 or 9. King Tut died at 19. No one knows how he died. Some scientists believe he suffered a chariot accident or an infected broken leg. Medical tests showed he had malaria that is caused by mosquitoes. Curses were known to protect the dead and get them safely in the afterlife and keep robbers away.
Those who trespass on his tomb unleashed the curse of the Pharaoh. There have been many accidents and deaths of individuals involved in the discovery of his tomb. King Tut's tomb was small and everything was covered in gold. Chariots, boats, board games, statues, gold jewelry, chairs, and painting were some of the many things found in King Tut's tomb. His tomb is located in the Valley of the Kings in Egypt. I hope you enjoyed learning about King Tut and who he was, his curse, and his tomb. If you want to learn more about King Tut, look him up on history.com today. Back to you, Jack and Oliver.
Wow, I never knew that King Tut had the most expensive coffin.
Now it's Dribble of Boston and basketball.
Thank you, Jack and Oliver. Did you know basketball has been around for over 130 years? Today you will learn about the history of basketball, how to play, and important positions, and the famous LeBron James. Basketball is the most popular indoor sport in the world. It is according to scholasticgo.com. The game was invented in 1891 by Dr. James Naismith. All through basketball grew and developed in the United States, and the game today is played and watched in more than 150 countries. It is important to know how to play and the important positions of basketball. 2 teams of 5 players each play the game on a court. At each end of the basketball court is a round metal rim placed 10 feet 3 meters above the floor. The rim is attached to the backboard made of wood or fiberglass. Hanging from the rim is a white cord net. The rim and net are together called the basket or goal. There are many important positions in basketball. The playmaker is a normal player who leads the offense. The center is the tallest player on each team near the basketball hoop. A blocker is someone who grabs the basketball in defense to prevent the other team from scoring. The shooting guard is someone who steals the ball, and when the other team is shooting, they block the ball and give it to their teammates. One of the most famous and well-known basketball players is LeBron, the King James. He was the youngest player to ever be honored as the league's Rookie of the Year. LeBron James was an NBA star while he was still in high school. At the age of 18, he was selected as the first overall pick in 2003 draft by Cleveland Cavaliers. Since then, King James has become a basketball superstar. Today you've learned about basketball. I really hope you try it one day. Back to you, Jack and Oliver.
I didn't know that basketball was over 130 years old. Now let's listen to Mackenzie with Wildfires.
Thank you, Jack and Oliver. Did you know that California's wildfires in the past year have destroyed more than 40,000 homes, businesses, and buildings? Today I'm going to tell you about wildfires and how they are dangerous. If it seems like enormous wildfires have been constantly in California. In recent summer, it's because they have 13 of California's 20 most destructive wildfires have occurred in the past 5 years. 60 fire in 2021 and the August fire in 2020 both burned nearly 1 million acres of land, which is larger than the state of Rhode Island. Earth observation Tory.nasa.gov says that these fires burned for months in northern California and cost millions of dollars to fight. Prevent wildfires in California. Houses are now made with non-combustible materials such as siding and windows. Non-combustible means they won't easily catch on fire. Homeowners should also keep gutters, roofs, and landscaping clean and free from leaves. In this report, you learn about wildfires. I hope you learned about wildfires and how they're dangerous. I hope you learned a lot so you can prevent wildfires. Back to you, Jack and Oliver.
I can't believe it burned down 40,000 homes in the past 5 years. Now let's tune in to Jack for info on Tom Brady.
Have you ever heard of the legend? If not, let me tell you about the GOAT, aka Tom Brady. Today we learn about how Tom Brady started, how he became the starter, and his accomplishments. As a young adult, Tom Brady was a young student who had the option to play for the Montreal Expos in the MLB, but decided to go to the University of Michigan instead. After a few years, he was drafted out of Michigan by the New England Patriots in the 6th round and 199th pick. When Tom Brady was drafted, he was a backup for Drew Bledsoe. One game, when Bledsoe got hit hard and was rushed to the hospital, Tom became the starter. That accident led Brady to who he is today. If none of this happened, he wouldn't be who he is today. Tom Brady, being the player he is, also comes with a lot of accomplishments. Tom Brady has the most Super Bowl rings ever, with 6 on the Pats and 1 on the Bucs. He has also been to the Super Bowl 10 times in his career, has the longest winning streak in history, most consecutive postseason and playoff wins, and lastly, according to scholasticgo.com, over 22 seasons he has the most overall wins, with 225. Tom Brady was once suspended for potentially using underinflated footballs, also known as the Deflategate, but was never confirmed. I hope you enjoyed learning about the GOAT's beginning of his career, the accident that started him, and his accomplishments. And next time you see the quarterback with 12 on his back, make sure to tip your hats to him. For more information, check out NFL.com to keep up with the game. Thanks you for listening, and back to you, Oliver.
I never knew that he was going to play in the MLB.
Now let's hear for Oliver on the Winter X Games.
Thank you, Jack. Hi, I'm Oliver, and I will be telling you about the Winter X Games. Did you know the X in X Games stands for extreme? If not, now you know, and I will be telling you even more facts about the X Games. Today you will learn about what is the X Games, the history of the X Games, and popular events. The X Games is a winter sports event for the best skiing and snowboarding athletes from around the world. It is very popular with thousands of people watching it everywhere around the country. This event happens every year. The games have been going on for 25 years. It started in 1997 at Big Bear Lake in California, according to Gale Elementary, and is now in Aspen, Colorado. It began because the fans of the Summer X Games. During events at the games, the athletes try to show off their best skiing and snowboarding skills. There are lots of events including slopestyle, which is rails, boxes, and jumps. The bigger event where athletes go off a big jump and try to do their best trick they can. Super pipe, whereas when skiers and snowboarders go off a large half pipe. There are also many winners, and one big winner for 2022 is Tesla Duke for skiing because she won 2 events. Now you know about the Winter X Games, the history and events and winners of the X Games. If you want to watch the next X Games for yourself, you can watch it on YouTube or your TV. Back to you, Jack.
Wow, I didn't think that the X Games were 25 years old.
Thanks for listening, and this is GMNH, and we're out.